Hello.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, it's us again.
Yeah, just because you keep turning up and I keep turning up and no one else turns up, so
Yeah,
it's just us.
just us. Just us. What we doing?
I don't fucking know.
We're talking about a movie, aren't we? We're talking about Back to the Future.
Oh, hang on. It was
What?
Back to the Future.
Yeah, what did you watch?
I watched Hot Tub Time Machine too.
Right.
Well, this was a short video. Thank you all for.
Bye.
I'm messing with you.
Are
I
you
watched Back
really?
to the Future. Of
What a
course I did.
what a what a scamp you are.
I know. Lovable as well.
Yes. Right. What did you make of it? Opening statements.
Same thing I make of it every time I watch it. It's an alright film. There's a few problematic moments, but as far as 80s sci-fi movies go, it's up there as one of the better ones.
I think it's very, 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 very solid. I can revisit this fairly regularly. It's just a really great movie, and I don't really have many, if any, issues with it. So,
Timon,
we jump on in.
might as well.
Okay. So, we open with a lot of clocks, don't we?
Yep.
And there's a Rube Goldberg style machine. Lots of little things, knickknacks, etc. The TV turns on at one point.
Yeah, as part of the machine.
Yeah, because this is like a wake
So,
up routine thing.
if you've seen Wallace and Gromit,
Yeah,
you've seen this.
yes, it's that sort of thing. And there's a news report that mentions some plutonium that went missing, and they're denying it was stolen. It was just a clerical error, but some terrorists have taken credit for it.
Libyans.
Yes, and we get some newspaper clippings, don't we, about the Brown Mansion burning down and some land being sold.
And there's that model of a clock tower thingy with
Yes,
a man hanging off it.
yes, the Buster Keaton film, I think. Um, and then a young man comes in, and this is Marty McFly. He's hooking up his guitar to the amplifier, speaker, whatever,
Hmm.
and it's too loud, and it blows up the speaker and throws him off his feet. Um, and then there's a phone call, and it's Doc who tells him to meet him at Twin Pine Malls at 1:15. And then the clocks go off, and it's revealed that it's an experiment, and they're all running 25 minutes late. What
So
experiment?
Marty's late for school.
Yeah, what experiment is that? Is I don't know.
It's not made clear.
It's never made
We could
clear.
allude to an experiment, but it's not
Yeah,
made clear.
but yes, as you rightly said, he's running late for school, so off he goes on his skateboard, and we get "The Power of Love" by Huey Lewis and the News.
Yes, one of two songs that they use in this film.
Do you like that song?
I do. Yeah, it's my favourite of the three Power of Love songs that came out within that
The
18-month
power
period.
of love. Yes. Yeah, there's a
That's
lot
another
of
one.
them. Yeah.
And you've also got Jennifer Rush's Power of Love.
I don't. I'm sure I've heard it, but I'm not familiar with it.
You will have done, yeah.
Yeah. Um. So Marty's hitching a ride on the back of like trucks and stuff, but he gets to school. He is late, and his girlfriend Jennifer warns him because Strickland, who's like the principal. I don't know whether he's the principal or whether he's just like a big name in the school or whatever, like a senior staff member. He's patrolling and might give them tardy slips.
Yeah, because he's late a lot.
Yeah, and they do try and sneak around, but they do bump him into Strickland, who gets right up in Marty McFly's face to the point where their noses are touching, and tells him he will never amount to a thing.
No McFly ever amounted to anything in the history of Hill Valley. Well, history's about to change.
Yes, he's
Is the exchange there?
and then he goes for his audition because there's a
Yep, Battle of the Bands.
yeah, and he's told he's just too darn loud
Who's he told that by?
by I want to say it's Huey Lewis.
It is Huey Lewis.
Yeah,
And they are playing a rock version of Power of Love as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Um, So and it is just too darn loud. To
Too
be fair,
darn loud.
it doesn't sound good, really. I mean, I'm all for a bit of rock music and a bit of volume, but it isn't. It doesn't sound good. He's overdoing it.
All right, you old fuddy duddy.
No, as I'm a music critic, Ben. This is basically
Oh, who
all my
isn't?
opinion pieces that I write these days. This is my content bread and butter, and therefore I feel compelled and fair for me to say that that's how it is. So,
I don't disagree with your opinion on the music that Marty
and why did
produces.
you react how you did?
Because I was just teasing you, you big twat.
Because you're a prick, you fucking prick. Oh, I can't wait to be shot at you for 2 weeks.
But Marty's worried because he's got a fear of rejection, and it hit him pretty hard. And his girlfriend's telling him he should send off his music to a record studio, and he can't bring himself to do it because he just can't face that kind of rejection. And what if they told him he was no good? It'd be horrible. And they're about to make out, and they get cock blocked by some old woman who's trying to save the clock tower. Because Meg,
He's checking out other women in that scene as well, right?
it was the 80s. You could do what you wanted, man.
It's not very. I mean, that's not very nice.
No,
is
it's
it,
not. It's
checking
not.
it in front of her as well.
It's true.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm just saying
I
it's not a nice thing to do.
I agree. I agree. But this old woman is trying to save the clock tower and explains that it was struck by lightning 30 years ago and that it hasn't worked since, and Mayor Goldie Wilson wants to replace it. And I think Mayor Goldie Wilson has a point because it's just it doesn't work.
It's been there 30 years. Like,
Been there
why the
30
fuck haven't
years.
they already fixed it?
It's not like a because people like her keep stopping them. It's not a major historical event. It's just this thing was struck by lightning and now it doesn't work and we need a new one. But for some reason they've just kept it around.
Yeah, because they're fools. Maybe they've been poorly funded.
Yeah, that's. I mean, the place is a bit of a dump.
It does always seem to be election time around there as well.
Well, yes. I mean, yeah. The school didn't look too good, and neither does the main town. It was the 80s, recessions and whatnot. But Jennifer gives him Marty her number on the back of this leaflet that the woman gives him, and she heads off. Marty goes home, and we meet his family, don't we?
We do.
Would you care to talk about that?
I mean, there's not a lot to say. Dad's like a laughing fella, and he doesn't really pay much attention to what's going on in his family. His mum's a larger woman, and I mentioned that because of later descriptions. She is a larger woman who clearly has some sort of drinking problem. Is sort of wistful for a better life that she sort of thought she would have.
Yes.
Is well aware of the fact that she got herself into this position all those years ago when she first met George and committed to being in a relationship with him forever. And it's one of those. I think of it much like the song "Paradise by the Dashboard Light" by Meatloaf. I don't know how familiar you are with that song, Ben.
I'm not.
Okay.
Is it anything
the premise is,
like this situation?
It is. It is somewhat applicable, yes.
Then I'm somewhat aware.
Okay. So basically, the premise of that song is that it is two people that have driven their car to the makeout spot, as is American teenage custom, and they're fooling around a little bit, and he's wanting to go. He wants a home run, basically, and she's a bit unwilling to do that unless he'll commit to loving her. Like, promise that you'll love me forever, and yeah, we can fuck, basically.
Yes.
And he ums and ahs, and he's like, "Well, do I have to? Can we do this, and then I'll tell you in the morning?" Is basically some of the premise. And he eventually commits to loving her forever. He'll love you to the end of time. And the last verse is, "And now I'm praying for the end of time to hurry up and arrive," which is my way of the way I interpret that is he's committed to it, but he wants it over with. He wants it done. He regrets the commitment. He got what he wanted out of it, and it's done. And in much the same way, I see her, Lorraine, as having committed to George, but really she has this regret. She kind of wishes she could back out of it, but she's promised it, and so she's sticking to it.
She's at a time in her life where she's wondering how in the hell she got here. How is this my life now? Because George is a bit of a wimp. Biff is his boss, and George is doing his work for him. And he doesn't stand up for himself. Biff totals the car, which Marty was going to take on the date. Jennifer.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And
presumably to their makeout spot.
Yeah, and yeah, he's just a wimp, and she's just drinking and depressed all the time. So it's not very happy. And we meet his sister and his brother as well. His brother works at McDonald's, it looks like, and his sister
some sort of frying place.
Yeah,
yes.
and his sister is complaining because she doesn't have a man.
Mm-hmm.
So Marty goes to bed. Well, he falls asleep accidentally because he sort of forgets about this meeting with Doc.
Slept in his clothes again.
Yeah. He's woken up by a phone call from Doc, and he meets him with the camera, and Doc explains that he has built a time machine and shows him the DeLorean, which was an interesting choice because the DeLorean was not well received as a good car initially, but it looks great. It's exactly the sort of car that should be a time machine, and this movie helped popularize them.
That shot of the car coming out of the van is fucking stupid. It looks good, but it's a fucking stupid shot.
Is it?
Well, take into account the fact that he cannot get out or into or out of that vehicle whilst it's in the back of that van.
Yeah.
So what he's done is he's driven the car into the van, closed the door, and then sat there waiting for Marty to turn up so he can do a cool reveal.
I mean, you do realise he's got that remote control thing as well.
Yeah, the remote. Yeah, but he's still in the fucking car. He's not stood next to it waiting for Marty, is he? He's inside the vehicle.
Well.
So he sat there. He's been sat there waiting for Marty to turn up all this time. How many times do you think he's like, "Oh, is he here yet?"
Don't know.
Exactly. It looks good, but logistically, if you actually think about it, it's a fucking stupid thing. I get it. I get why it's there, but it's stupid. I like the look, but it's stupid.
Well, the gist of what Doc says is that 30 years ago he fell off his toilet and imagined the flux capacitor, which is the key to time travel. And he's put all this stuff in this car and he's turned it into a time machine. It's powered by plutonium, which he was responsible for stealing. Or maybe the Libyans stole it and gave it. I think the Libyans stole it.
The Libyans stole it. They gave it to him. They wanted him to make a bomb out of it, and he instead gave him a box of pinball parts and kept the plutonium for himself.
Yes. And
I sure hope that doesn't come back to bite him on the ass.
Probably not. It's pretty fine. And he does a test with his little dog, Einstein, sends him a minute into the future. It works. And he's going to go back to, or he's going to go 25 years into the future. See what's what. But what's this? It's the Libyans.
It is for Libyans. Oh my god, they found him. I don't know how they found
me. And he tried to draw their fire, but they shoot him dead. And Marty panics, gets in the DeLorean, drives away. Yeah, there's a bit of a chase, and he hits 88 miles per hour. Goes back in time to 1955, which is what Doc put in last. And I just want to say
November 5th, 1955.
Yes, which is the day he conceived time travel. He's very lucky he did that because the last entry was the birth of Christ.
Yeah.
And before that, it was the signature of the Declaration of Independence.
Neither of which would have been very easy to get home from.
Well, it would have.
Also, if he had gone back to the birth of Christ, he'd have been in, well, I'm not sure what state they're in, but he'd have been in America.
Yeah.
In the year zero, Christmas Day, even though, let's be honest, that's not when it happened.
Happened in like October or something.
Well, there's shepherds with sheep, and that implies a sort of maybe a lambing season sort of thing.
That's fair.
So, either way,
Yeah.
either way, he's
Well,
lucky. Yeah, like you say.
he is fortunate, and he
Mm.
crashes into a barn.
He's also fortunate that their gun jammed.
Yes, he is fortunate, and the car stalled as well.
It's almost like someone pulled some strings and made all these things happen.
Yeah.
The
Um.
director.
Um.
I'm
He,
keeping you up.
he crashes into a barn, and it's clear. Well, the farmer who owns the land comes out with his family, and they don't know what they're looking at because Marty's in the radiation suit and the helmet, the hat, the helmet thing has fallen over, and the kid suggests he's an alien.
Yeah, it looks a lot like a spaceship from a comic book that he's got.
Yes, and the farmer gets his gun. Marty just manages to get out there while he's being shot at, and he runs down a pine tree and drives past the mailbox, which is the Peabody. So this is Old Man
Yeah.
Peabody, which Doc talked about. He wanted to breed pine trees and
Yeah,
sold the land. The mall is called Twin Pine.
the Twin Pines. Yeah.
When he goes back, it's called Lone Pine Mall.
Yes, it is.
So yeah, this film does setting up and paying off really very well. But he drives and he tries to convince himself it's just a dream, it's a dream, and then he finds his housing estate, which has
No, he
yet,
doesn't.
well, exactly, it's yet to be built, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he parks his car and he wanders into town as Mr. Sandman plays, and town looks an awful lot cleaner.
Yeah, it really does, doesn't it?
And there's a Mayor Red Thompson, I want to say something like that.
Who wants to run for re-election?
Yes, whose slogan is exactly the same as Mayor Goldie Wilson's is 30 years in the future.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's almost like politicians never change.
Yeah, funny that.
Yeah. So Marty goes into the local what do you call it, diner,
Diner. Yeah, that's what I'd call it.
and he finds Doc in the phone book, and the guy who owns it tells him you just buy something, kid. So he gets like a cup of coffee or something.
He wanted something without sugar, so
Yes.
he presumably got a black coffee.
Yeah. And who sat next to him, Jordan?
That'd be Crispin Glover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to do some of the talking?
Well, you've been on such a roll. Why would I want to get in the way of that?
Well, you describe some of the plot.
Yes, he's next to Crispin Glover, who happens to be playing his father, George McFly, and he sort of makes the connection that it's him. No, he doesn't, does he? At first, I don't think, because Biff walks in.
Yes.
Biff walks in, who is a young Biff, because they're all the same sort of age, the parents and Biff.
Mm.
And he's like, "Hey, McFly," and both George and Marty turn around, and Marty's obviously thinking that it's aimed at him, which is weird considering the circumstances. But but it's not. It's George. Oh my god! And it turns out that Biff has been a menace to the McFly family for quite a long time.
Yes.
Even longer than this movie would suggest, in many ways.
Yeah.
But no, he turns out that basically the relationship that they have in 1985 is pretty much the same relationship they have in 1955.
Yeah.
He's an arsehole. It makes George do his work.
Yes.
George still hasn't learned to give it in time so that Biff has got time to change it.
No, it's almost like he's deliberately trying to get him in trouble without having the balls to actually do it. To call him out.
Isn't it? So don't know why Biff lets him get away with it, to be honest with you. But
nor does Goldie Wilson.
I don't know.
And
no, Goldie doesn't know why George lets Biff get away with it.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. No, sorry. Yeah.
Well, I said it the opposite way around. I'd have thought Biff would teach him a proper lesson about making sure he fucking hands it in early enough.
Yeah. And
so yeah, you want to carry on?
Yeah. Well, Goldie Wilson pipes up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
a cleaner at the place. He works there,
He is.
and he says he's going to
This
make
being,
some.
of course, This is before the civil rights movement, I believe.
Yeah, and he says he's going to make something of himself. And Marty reveals that he's going to be mayor, and Goldie likes the sound of that. So thank you, Marty, for encouraging this black man to be mayor.
And just like the last one.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jesus, it's like you're not even listening to our conversation sometimes.
So George uses that conversation to get away, and Marty follows him, because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And finds him in a tree, perving on some lady.
Oh no! What a pervert!
It's
He's a peeping Tom.
Yeah, the mum, Lorraine, asked that dinner scene, what were you doing in the middle of the road? And he's like, what? And he knows full well what he was doing in the middle of the road, because the branch breaks and he falls.
Yeah, it's not a story that he should tell, really,
No.
is it? It's not something he should have been doing.
No.
But
Marty pushes him out of the way and gets hit by the car instead.
Oh my god! Those kids are in the yard again, in the road again.
I hit another one of those kids. This has happened before. Jesus.
And you can't help but wonder if they've all been doing the same thing.
Yeah. Yes. So Marty's out for the count. They brought him inside, and he wakes up, and he's talking to a lady who he thinks is his mum, and it is, but the 1955 version.
Oh my god!
And it's clear she's quite enamoured with him, and she thinks he's called Calvin Klein because that's what was written on his underwear, and she's put it on her hope chest.
Oh no. That's awkward.
Which is the horniest thing you could do in 1955.
Well, yeah.
Marty gets changed, goes down for dinner, and it's a family dinner because his aunt and his uncle and his grandparents are there, and Uncle Joey, the prison kid who failed parole in that 1985 dinner scene. He's in a playpen in a sort of black and white striped comical prison outfit, and Marty tells him to get used to those bars.
Yes, apparently he cries whenever they take him out of it.
Yeah. So there's a few moments where he mentions JFK. Nobody knows who the hell JFK is. We've got 2 TVs. Nobody has 2 TVs. He says he's seen this episode of, what is the show?
I'm not sure without looking it up.
It
doesn't matter.
Whatever show they're watching. Which I think might have been the one they were watching in 1985. He says he's seen it before. How is that possible? This is new. And then Lorraine starts trying to cop a feel, so he gets out of there. And finally makes his way to Doc's house.
At long fucking last.
Yeah.
On JFK Drive, which isn't JFK Drive anymore.
Yeah.
Or yet, I should say.
Yes.
Who is JFK?
He was some senator who achieved nothing of consequence.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So he meets Doc, and Doc is not interested in hearing a word he's saying because he wants to do an experiment. He's trying to read his mind. And in a way, he kind of does. Because the things he says are, you've come from a long distance, which is true. You want me to buy a subscription to the Evening Post. And that's the newspaper he fished out the bin and was reading. So there's something there.
That's tenuous.
It's tenuous.
No, it's bollocks. That's bollocks. That is. That is people who have tried to come up with just any way of making it so that this isn't the only successful thing that he's invented isn't the fucking time machine. That's what that is.
And
it's bollocks, and you're better than this.
He says something about the Coast Guard or auxiliary. And that's where he said he was from, the Coast Guard.
Because he's wearing a fucking... No, you know why he said the Coast Guard?
Yeah.
Because they asked if he was in the Navy because he's wearing what looks like a life preserver.
Yeah.
He was prompted to Coast Guard. It's not his excuse. It's the
It
fucking
is his excuse.
no. It's his cover after they've made an assumption. Okay, but I'm telling you, you are better than this, Ben.
No,
Don't buy into his bollocks.
he said it. He said it.
He said Coast Guard because he's wearing a fucking thing that
So
looks like
what?
a servant.
So
He's
what?
in the Navy.
So
You
what?
are better than this. You're better than this.
So what?
You're better than this.
I think it's interesting. All I'm
You're
saying.
better than this.
All I'm saying, I think it's interesting. The dog doesn't believe him. He's like, all right, who's president in 1985? And Marty fairly triumphantly says, Ronald Reagan. And Doc is disbelieving. He's like, the actor? Oh, I suppose Jerry Lewis is vice president, is he? Is fucking Jane Wyman's first lady, obviously. And then he sort of walks off. And Ronald Reagan was so tickled by that, he asked for it to be repeated like 3 times when he saw this film. And he found it so amusing. So that's what he was doing while AIDS was ravaging his country.
Oh, what else would you do?
But Marty does manage to persuade him. Because he tells him about the accident he had on the toilet. And the flux capacitor.
Yes, he shot himself.
Yes, the flux capacitor. And that gets Doc to listen. Then he shows him the car and it's like, okay, yeah, it's you. So they watch the recording that Marty took just so Doc can get an idea of what exactly is going on.
Mm-hmm.
And they need 1.21 gigawatts.
Oh, no, not 1.21 gigawatts.
Which they can't generate outside of a lightning strike. But of course, you never know when one's going to hit.
Oh, my God.
Except we
What
do,
predicament?
because we've got the leaflet, haven't we?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
We have that leaflet.
Yes. And so the plan is, Marty's going to keep a low profile, because anything he does might affect the future. So he'll stay in the house. Doc's going to set something up, and we're going to use that energy from the lightning strike to send him back to the future. And then Marty reveals he's actually spent a bit of time with his parents already. He's only been there 5 minutes and he's already fucked it up.
Yeah, it's a bit of a... He screwed up big time. But to be fair, he hadn't been warned not to, and he didn't voluntarily go back there.
Yeah, because it was meant to be that George got hit by the car, and Lorraine took pity on him and sort of fell in love with him.
Florence Nightingale syndrome.
Florence Nightingale syndrome, which I don't even know whether it's a real thing. But Marty got in the way. So he's got to fix that. So Marty now has to get involved and make sure his parents hook up. So he goes to the school, which looks great. Everything's clean in the 50s. The 50s is better than the 80s.
Funny that.
At least visually. And he tries to introduce George to Lorraine, but she's only got eyes for him. He sits down and has a chat with his dad over lunch, doesn't he? And his dad sort of reveals that he's a science fiction writer, but he doesn't show anybody his stuff because he's scared of rejection, and echoing Marty's sentiments about his music.
Yeah.
Biff starts getting a bit handsy with Lorraine, and Marty, feeling protective, goes over to help. And there's almost a fight because Biff is like a fucking giant and Marty's not. And Strickland gets in the way. I can't remember what exactly happens next. I know they're at the diner.
Didn't you just watch this like half hour ago?
Yeah.
Okay, it's good to know that you know this film so well that you really like.
Well, I don't know. I know they're at the diner, but I don't know how they get there. I can't. There's like a connecting.
No, Marty decides that he needs to convince George.
That's right.
In some other way, so he ends up using science fiction.
Yes.
And George's love of it to persuade him. So he effectively breaks into his home, sneaks some earphones over his head, with some Van Halen playing. Wears a radiation suit and claims to be Darth Vader from a planet Vulcan.
Yes.
And gets George he needs effectively convinces George that he needs to go for Lorraine.
Yes. Otherwise, he'll melt
So
his
the
brain.
next day,
Yes.
George seeks out Marty at the diner, and Marty convinces him to go and keep it under wraps about the whole sci-fi stuff that happened,
Yeah.
but also go and have a chat with Lorraine. In that scenario, while that's kicking off, there's an altercation between Biff and Marty.
Yeah.
Marty ends up doing a runner. He punches Biff.
Yeah.
He distracts him briefly, punches him, and then runs.
Yeah.
He invents skateboarding
Yep.
by nicking a kid's scooter style device. Gets chased by Biff and his gang, or however you want to call them, goons. Let's call them goons.
Yeah, it's goons.
They chase him at first, and then are like, actually, you know what? Let's get in the car and chase after him. They're going to ram him
Yes.
into a manure truck, but he ends up dodging out of the way by letting the skateboard go under the car, climbing over the top, jumping on it, and going away. They're distracted by this and drive into the manure truck.
Yep.
This is a generational fate.
Yes. Yes, it is. This recurs throughout the trilogy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lorraine sees this and she wants Marty even more now.
What an absolute dream. And
George slips away because obviously he's missed out on.
Yeah, she has no idea who this guy is. So she follows him. And Marty's back at Doc's shed, or his house, really. And he set up a model of the town and apologizes because he didn't have time to make it scale or color. Fine, because it still looks fucking great.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
As I said, he's going to set something up. There'll be a wire running across the street between two lampposts and strewn over the clock tower. So the lightning will run down and across that wire across the street just as Marty hits it, and he'll go back in time. That's the plan.
Yes. I just want to. They have a demonstration of the idea of this with a model car.
Yeah.
And I just want to say this scene is one of the scenes that I think of when I consider just how visual an actor Christopher Lloyd is.
Yes, I just think
his facial expression when the car catches fire and sets the rags on fire really is an example of
pretty elastic.
He's a very you can get a lot from him vocally, you can get a lot from him just generally acting, but you need to see his face to get the full Christopher Lloyd experience.
He does it again.
There's a when he's just yeah.
But yeah, I always think of that one moment of him gasping in shock, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Completely pointless experiment. What was that meant to demonstrate?
Anything.
It wasn't going to send the model back in time. It's fine. And Doc asks Marty how it's going with his parents, because there's this enchantment under the sea dance. That's where their relationship was really cemented with that kiss on the dance floor. You got to get that sorted. How's it going? And then his mum shows up and is like, well, I'm very forwardly asks him to invite her to the dance. So he does. But he's got a plan.
Yeah.
So he goes to see...
it's not a pleasant plan.
He goes to see George, and the gist of this is that he's going to make the moves on Lorraine, and George, he's going to get a bit handsy. She's not going to like that.
Nope.
And at that point, George will show up, punch him, be the hero, and that's when Lorraine will take a liking to George. And George, to his credit, is a bit uncomfortable with this. He's like, okay, I guess it's the plan of a sort. Let's go with it.
He's also uncomfortable with the use of the word damn, though.
Yeah, he is.
He's not necessarily the best.
He's a weenie.
Yeah, he really is.
So, night of the dance. Doc is setting stuff up. Marty's got to tie this shit up with his parents. in the car with Lorraine and is shocked to learn that she drinks and smokes and
Oh
has
my god.
parked with a boy before, which is not the
Good
mother he
lord.
knows.
It's really not.
Um, and he's feeling very uncomfortable about the idea of grabbing his mum's tits. Um,
Well,
e-
understandably so.
Even if it is for a just cause. And
Yes. I mean, if you call that a just cause, so be it. I'm not entirely convinced.
and
Uh,
she makes the first move and kisses him, which obviously is very disturbing to poor Marty.
not
And
just to Marty.
yeah, she's weirded out by it too, and she can't really explain it, but she says, "When I kiss you, it's like I'm kissing my brother."
Good lord.
And then the
Does
door
she do that
opens.
often?
I don't know. Maybe it's that sort of family. Who knows?
Well, it was going to be if she had her way.
Yeah. Those kids would have been pretty messed up. Then
Yeah.
the door opens, and of course Marty's expecting George, but it's not George, is it?
No,
It's Biff,
it's Biff.
and he's
Oh
pissed.
no.
He's pissed off because that cost him 300 quid in repairs to his car,
Dollars.
dollars, which is like $40,000 in today's money. He's very annoyed, and he says he's going to take it out of your ass.
Good
So
lord. He's going to fuck him in the ass.
yeah, I'm going to get three
Good
hundred dollars
heavens.
out of you, one way or the other.
Well,
Um,
that's one way of
yeah.
yeah. Wow.
He throws them to his goons and tells them to take him round back because he's got some business he wants to take care of with Lorraine.
Uh-oh.
So they do. And then George is running late. George shows up and opens the car door and finds Biff getting handsy with Lorraine, who begs him to help her.
Yes.
And he sort of hesitates a bit, but he does tell Biff to get his fucking paws off her.
All while Marty is stuck in the boot of a car
Yes.
belonging to the band that were playing the gig. It's important to mention that, given the
Well,
circumstances that
we'd get
followed.
to it. We'd get to it.
I'm just mentioning it
All
because
right.
this is why Marty's not. This is where he is. This is what the situation is for him.
Yeah. All
He's
right.
stuck
Yes.
there.
They put him in the boot of this car owned by the band, as you say, and they're trying to get him
He's
out.
not willfully. He's not willfully letting his mother get assaulted by Biff.
Well, no, I said they got taken off by goons.
Yeah, and I'm saying why he's not managed to get back.
All right. Okay.
Jesus.
All right. Um. So Biff twists George's arm and he's going to break it, and he pushes Lorraine to the floor, and George just snaps and fucking decks Biff.
One punch, job done.
Walks off with Lorraine. The band do
Just
man.
Marty arrives just in time to see that. He gets let out and arrives just in
Yes.
time to see his save the day.
Yes.
He tried, bless him.
Yes.
Carry on.
Okay. Um, and then he goes back into the dance floor and he has to play guitar because the main bass player, I guess, bass, yeah, guitar,
Well, no,
bass,
it's rhythm guitar.
rhythm, guitar,
Yeah,
saxophone.
yeah.
I don't know. He plays that because the guy's hurt his hand, so he can't. So
You wouldn't be able to play Johnny Be Good on just a fucking bass.
I
Jesus, mate.
don't know. So he's playing music, and some guy who looks even fucking weenier than George comes in and steals Lorraine away from him. And over the
Oh
course of the
no.
film, Marty's photo of his siblings and they've been fading, and now Marty starts to fade. But mercifully, George stands up for himself, pushes weenie ginger kid down, and smooches with Lorraine, saving the day.
Hooray. One kiss to save them all.
But there's time for one more song. So we get Johnny Be Good sung by someone who is definitely not um, Michael J.
Chuck Berry.
Fox.
Oh.
Don't we? Do you like this song?
I like Johnny Be Good. It's all right.
Yeah.
As far as, the songs go.
Yeah. Um,
It's in my top 30% of all songs, I would say.
the kids really like it, except for when Marty maybe pushes it a bit too far and they just sort of look at him quizzically.
He's got a habit of that, hasn't he?
Yeah. But they go to leave and Lorraine tells Marty hey, I'm gonna take I'm gonna go home with George. Well, George is gonna take me home. Is that okay? And he's like, yeah, sure. And he says, I think you guys are gonna make a good couple, but does say in 30 or so years, if you have a kid and he accidentally sets fire to the living room rug, go easy on him.
Yeah. Do you
And
think they did?
probably, maybe, but they forgot. But he
They
leaves.
um they they talk about how Marty's a good name,
Yes.
and I can't help but wonder why they didn't name the first child Marty.
Well, it's entirely possible that the oldest is named after a relative
Well,
that had
it is,
died or
but
something.
it came to mind that you know
Yeah, yeah.
it came to mind.
So we leave George and Lorraine, and there's a very tense scene where they this plan, which was very, very time precise, looks to be under threat because Dog's got to get the cables all sorted, and they're getting all
Hmm.
tangled up and stuff, and he can't quite reach them, and he's almost falling off the clock tower, and the car stalls on Marty.
Oh no!
So it's a very close run thing, and it's genuinely kind of tense. Um, but they do manage to
I
put
just
it.
want
Oh,
to the alarm goes off, and he's still not got the car working,
yeah.
and he finally gets it working again. And this is to me evidence that Doc's calculations were a bit out.
I
If a
don't.
plan had gone properly, Marty wouldn't have been saved. He wouldn't have gone into the future.
Are you suggesting that the alarm denoted the moment he had to hit it for?
No, I'm suggesting that the alarm denoted the point he was meant to start, and he
Yes.
didn't start when the alarm went off because the car wasn't fucking working.
Yeah.
And so, therefore, the calculations were wrong.
Eh.
The maths was out. Marty is saved because Doc's shit at maths.
Yeah. Maybe.
Effectively, he got the maths wrong. There's no denying it. He said you have to go it when it goes. When it goes, you go, and he didn't.
Yeah.
And he's
Well,
still, you know,
it
it's
is.
how it is.
It is. It is a very precise plan time wise, but he does make
Yeah,
it. He does make it. Um. Now, before he left, he gave Doc a note.
try to.
Tried to, and Doc ripped it up because it was warning him about the Libyans, and he didn't want to know anything about the future. So he ripped it up. So Marty now has to go back and save him.
What? Back where?
Back to the Future. Well,
Oh
not
my god.
like 15 minutes or so. Which,
He, he sent him 10 minutes. He set the timer for 10 minutes before he was originally meant to get back,
yeah.
which is not giving himself a lot of
No, give
time, is
yourself an
it?
hour or two or like
Yeah,
a
like
day.
hang about a bit.
But no, he gives himself 10
Yeah,
minutes.
just think it through, Marty.
Yeah. And the car's not working, so now he has to run. And he just makes it in time to see Dog get shot again. So well done.
Good
Um,
God,
and
that's
he
unfortunate.
watches himself go back in time and sees the Libyans crash into the video store stall,
Hmm.
presumably knocked unconscious or dead. I don't know. But he goes down
Yeah,
and
we don't see him escape or leave or anything.
no, no, we can assume they're knocked unconscious, I guess, or I don't know, but they're not a problem anymore. And Marty goes to see Dog, and Dog reveals that he did read the note after all because he's wearing a bulletproof vest, so it's all
Oh my
okay.
God.
And he drops Marty off back home and goes to the future like he planned. Marty sneaks back in and goes to sleep. And then he wakes up to find everything's changed. His
Yes, his family's a bit more upmarket,
yes, the house is
is how I
better.
described it.
His brother's wearing a suit because now he works in an office, and his sister is like dating a shit ton of boys
Yeah.
who are calling her
The
constantly.
radio is playing a different Huey Lewis song,
All right,
Back in Time,
right.
which is
Oh
very
yeah, yeah,
heavily
yeah, yeah,
centered
yeah,
on
yeah, 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 yeah.
the song, the film.
Yeah.
The actual song has lines from the film in it, as
Yes.
said by Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Hmm.
So,
Um.
yeah.
Well, he.
And Biff Biff's still there as well.
Yes, and Biff is now like a weenie.
Yeah. I
He
described him. He's basically like a castrated manservant. Is how I
it
described
has
him.
been suggested he was castrated. I don't know what but yeah, you're right. Because he's looking after the car, and he's clearly his getting knocked out was great for George and bad for Biff.
Yeah.
Um,
It's very problematic him being around.
it is.
Yeah. Because to all intents and purposes, I'm pretty sure he was probably going to rape Lorraine.
He probably was.
And if that's not the kind of guy that you want hanging around.
No.
You know, I don't care how easily you knocked him out
No.
before. That was a case of right place, right time.
Yeah.
And only right place, right time because he planned to be there
Yeah.
to stop someone else being handed over. You know, just to be clear, this is. I take great issue with the fact that Biff's still around. I get why he's there. I get it.
Yeah.
I understand, but I do not like it.
It's been 30 years, man. What can happen in 30 years? Maybe Biff sort of mended his ways and
So far as we are aware, the only comeuppance that Biff got was getting punched in the face once by George.
so far
So
as we
far
are
as we're
aware.
aware,
But there's
yes,
30
and I know
years.
a lot can happen,
Yeah.
but I have to work with the information I have available to me, and I don't fucking like it.
Okay.
It is problematic.
Well, speaking of George and Lorraine, they come back, presumably from playing tennis. They're looking
Seems
great.
that way.
They're clearly their relationship's still going great. They're still like making jokes and talking to each other and sort of flirting and stuff. I think he slaps her on the ass at one point.
Maybe.
And Biff comes in saying, "Oh, your book arrived," and George has written his science fiction weighty tome, A Match Made in Space, I think it's called. And everything's great, and even the car's fine. And better than
Yeah.
that, Marty's actually got
Marty's got his own one.
yeah, which is the car he envied in the beginning.
Oh my god.
So life's going great.
Jennifer turns up.
Yeah,
They have a smooch.
yeah, they're going
And
camping.
then Doc turns up.
Yes,
Oh no.
starts rooting through their bins.
They've got to go back.
Something's got to be done about your kids.
Oh no. What happens? What happens to the kids?
Don't know. We'll find out.
Oh, I wondered if you were going to do the Family Guy joke.
What, your daughter marries a black man?
That's the one that they do, yeah.
Yes. No.
Well, fair enough.
They get in the car, and Jennifer doesn't really say anything, just sort of goes along with it because it concerns her too, as Dog says. And Marty says we will never get up to 88. There's not enough space to do that. We need more road. And Doug says, "Where we're going, we don't need roads." And
I just want to
fly
emphasize how
off.
stupid that comment. That's a really fucking stupid comment from Marty there
Yeah.
as well. Because the night before, he literally saw Doc turn around and hit 88 on that fucking road.
Well, there may have been cars. I don't know.
No, you're telling me there's going to be more cars in the morning than there's going to be at fucking 2 o'clock at night?
Yeah.
Bullshit.
What, people
Parked up in the street?
or driving down it?
Nah, I'm telling you, he's wrong. Okay, he's wrong.
Why do you hate this movie?
I don't hate this movie. I just think that some of it is a bit daft.
Whoa.
Beyond,
it's
daft beyond the realms of. It's a line that didn't need to be in it. They only did it for the sole purpose of saying, "Oh well, we can fly the fucking car."
You have to remember, Jordan. You just got to turn your brain off sometimes.
Yeah, but trouble is, this isn't inherently a comedy movie, is it? And therefore, switching off is less of a necessity.
Okay, all right. It doesn't make a great deal of sense to me, but whatever.
Of course, it is. Comedies, you suspend your belief or disbelief.
Well, science fiction and fantasy, you do that as well.
Well, no, but you at least want it to be consistent with itself.
Oh my god!
And this is an example of it not being consistent with itself, and therefore I take the issue with it.
All right, okay. Gee, you're a weird guy.
Do you know what's really funny?
What?
I'd completely forgotten about this, and I have no note about it. And then you said The Lion, and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. This is a problem. I don't think I've ever noticed it before. But you're the reason why I've realised it now.
You're a
You're welcome.
weird, angry man.
You're a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
Not going on with you.
What? I think a film should be consistent to itself, and I think a sci-fi, the rules have to be consistent to itself. And Marty didn't say, oh, there's so much traffic, you'll never get up to 88. It's like, you'll never get up to 88 on this road, or whatever it was, the fucking line is. It specifies that it's because of the location, not because of the traffic, and therefore, my point is valid.
I suspect he was facing a different way.
He could hear the fucking thing. It's a noisy experience.
Yeah, but he was. Doc drove left, not right, from the perspective of the.
What happened is Doc drove right, turned around, and hit 88 going left. Why would Marty not assume that would be a possible option now?
Oh, I don't bloody know. I hardly think it matters.
It doesn't matter, but it's a
silly little thing. Having a fucking hernia over it?
It's a silly little thing, and I think it should be commented on fairly. You can't just say, "Oh, this movie's perfect. They don't make any fucking mistakes," and then you have something like this happen. You've got to, you can't let the rose tinted glasses fuck you over here, Ben.
I'm not. I don't think it's perfect. I think it's very, very, very good. I don't think it's perfect.
This is one of those things that knocks it down.
Oh God, you're such a pain.
This is one of those imperfections.
Ugh. So that's Back to the Future. We know Jordan hates it. I like it a lot. I think it's great.
Oh, do you? I hadn't got that impression.
Yeah, I think it's great. I like the plot.
Did we mention that Doc had to grab the clock tower? I can't remember if that came.
Oh yeah, no, he did it like the Buster Keaton theme, which is reference to the opening. Yes, I think Michael J. Fox is great. I think I can never remember people's names.
Christopher Lloyd
is great. Yeah, it's just a really great fun movie.
Okay.
And you don't like it at all.
Look, it's fine.
What's the next movie you want to subject me to?
Well, we need to work out when it's actually going to be, don't we?
Well, it'll be the week I return. So not next week.
I just fucking know that, Ben. I mean, when? Give me un momento to look at the calendar.
Well, I was.
It's not going to be the 18th. It's going to be the 25th. It's going to be the 25th, Ben, which means it's going to be Halloweeny filmies.
Yes.
Which we've already picked, haven't we? Unless you change your mind.
I was explaining that before.
What? I walked away to look at my fucking calendar.
Yeah, but I was. You asked me when it was. You said we need to figure out when it's going to be, and I was going through the times, and you went, "Well, we know that. I need to find out exactly when it's going to be," and then you went off to look at the calendar.
Okay. No, because go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Okay.
It's going to be because I'm going first then because it is my turn next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, the movie's going to be World War Z.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot. Fuck.
Oh, it's not my fault. You forgot. You already knew.
Gosh.
I already know what yours is, unless you change it again.
No, I wouldn't change
for the week after, for just after Halloween.
Fucking World War Z.
So yes, World War Z. I think that's on iPlayer as well at the moment, so that'd be nice.
I couldn't find Back to the Future on iPlayer.
Well, it was there yesterday when I watched it.
Well,
so clearly, it's a you issue.
Well, I'll check again. So thanks.
World War Z.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in a while.
Hang on a sec. Just out of curiosity, are you going to leave it till like 10 minutes before we record this again, before you watch it?
Probably.
You bastard. You've got 3 fucking weeks.
Yeah, I'm on holiday.
You're on holiday for 2 of them.
I'm meant to be enjoying myself.
Oh, so watch the fucking film then.
No. That wouldn't be fun.
Anywho, yes, goodbye. Have fun editing this thing where you think I hate this film, but it's actually generally quite fine, but it has a few issues.
Bye.
Bye.